Y'all, this homeowner reached out to us because their electricity bill is like $700 on average. I'm doing a brief overview video for them, and this is an abridged version that doesn't share all of their details, but we're able to take that $700 electricity bill, we're going to eliminate it, turn it into like a $15, $20 a month grid bill, and then their solar and battery bill would only be like $300 a month. Absolutely amazing savings. And if you want to do something similar to this, you need to act soon. The federal incentives go away at the end of this year, and you got to be installed. So send us a message. Let me help you out. Check out this video of exactly how this system would work for this homeowner right here in West Texas. Based off of what I know so far, I think I get your power bill, all in cost of electricity, to like $350 a month. Okay, so if you're sick and tired of paying something ridiculously too expensive, I can make it way cheaper. And so with that teaser, hopefully that gives you some curiosity to say, you know what, I'm going to watch the rest of this. So I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible. So first of all, thanks for sharing your bill with me. I was able to use the ESI ID number and your meter number, plus knowing that you're with Ambit, to look up your most recent, really like 24 months of electric usage history. And so in the last or most recent 12 months, you've used like 30,500 kilowatt 30,049. And you're also paying the average price of electricity today. And so today, the average, from 1978 until today, the average price of electricity is going up about 5% per year. That's all from the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, published by the Federal Reserve Bank's economic data site. And so we know exactly what the price of electricity is in the Encore service area. And from 2021, the Snowmageddon, the snowstorm freeze that caused those statewide power outages, our rates have been going up closer to like 10% per year. That rate of increase is going to continue to be faster than ever, like 10, 11, 12% per year. And the reason for that is the demand for electricity is going to double in the next 5 years, and it's going to triple over the next decade. So that's all data published by the Electricity Reliability Council of Texas. We're using so much more electricity, especially, you may see that somewhat in your area. A lot of data centers popping up, just general population growth, electrification, a lot of electric vehicles, a lot of these new housing developments are all electric. And next summer, ERCOT believes that there will be a shortfall of like 6% of electricity. So that just means that when peak demand is happening, the supply is going to fall 6% short, and that's going to get worse before it gets better. So like in 4 years, literally a third short of what we need. And so, whose meters are they going to shut off? We're going to solve both of those things. So your price of electricity is already high, getting even higher as demand is increasing rapidly and supply is staying roughly the same. We're going to be able to save you a significant amount of money. And so I plugged all that into my sheet here for you. What we're estimating is if you do absolutely nothing based off of the rate of increase of the price you're paying today, you're going to spend a silly amount of electricity to the grid. We're going to help you avoid all of that and make sure that you don't spend all that money. And actually, so you're right about in this vicinity, the largest solar farm, the largest battery farm is right in your neck of the woods. But then we've got all these other energy sources that's being transmitted all the way west to you for you to use power. So the way that these systems are going to work, you're going to stay connected to the grid. Yeah, you're going to have a base connection fee to the grid, like 15 or 20 bucks a month. We're going to so significantly reduce all the other costs for you that you're not going to care about 15, 20 bucks a month, right? If you're paying, I think Lewis mentioned that you're paying like $700 a month right now. I'm going to take that $700 that you're paying per month. We're going to make that 15 or 20 bucks. And then, yeah, there's a monthly bill for solar and batteries, and that becomes your all-in energy price. So when the sun's shining, you power your home. Then you're going to charge your batteries from surplus solar production. Then when the batteries are full and the home's fully powered, you'll export some electricity to the grid. The grid's going to give you a little bit of a credit for that. At nighttime, you're going to use power from the batteries first. Only as needed will you use power from the grid. When you're doing that, you'll tap into first the credits that you overproduced earlier in that day, week, month, or in the year. So you'll use those credits first before they bill you for anything. And so with the proper design, we're really going to reduce and eliminate the vast majority of that power bill, with the exception of, like, again, 15 to 20 bucks a month on average to the grid. And the cherry on top to all this is you're never going to lose power again. You will have a self-contained system that in the event of a grid outage, you're not going to lose power. So long as the sun is shining, it's going to produce power for your home. You're going to charge your batteries up. You'll tap into the batteries as you need it. So long as the sun rises again the next day, you have an indefinite supply of fuel, because your fuel source is just the sunshine. So whether that's a day, a week, a month-long outage, hopefully that never happens. But if it did, you would have a system that's going to take care of everything for you. So we know exactly how much you're using, like 30,500 kilowatt hours a year. So I designed a system, of course, to produce all of that electricity. So we're pretty much utilizing all of your available roof space to get that done, but the amount of value it's going to create for you is amazing. And so we can go over all those details. And like I mentioned, the monthly payment on the solar is going to be like $320 a month if we can get you approved. And so that's what I want to do next with you, is I want to connect. I want to learn a little bit more about your situation, make sure that this is the right system for you, learn about, do you have other energy efficiencies that you might be thinking about doing, new HVAC, new insulation, new windows, new doors, something to that effect. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're planning on taking up a new hobby, like throwing pottery, where you're going to have an electric kiln, or maybe you're going to add a pool or a hot tub or something like that where you're going to use more power. And I want to go over some of the opportunities and solutions there with you also. Make sure that we're getting you the right size system. If this one's exactly correct, heck yeah. But one of the tricky things about this is the huge federal incentive ends at the end of this year. So we got to get you going rapidly so that way you can maximize the amount of savings that you're going to get out of a system like this. You'd still save even if those incentives, and when those incentives don't exist anymore, you'd still be better off than you are today, but it's even better when we can get 30% of the project paid for. So anyways, cool. I hope you have a good one. Looking forward to chatting with you again soon. See ya.